career high 16 assists for De'Aaron tonight. Just how much are you guys getting comfortable playing off each other there with that unit that Mike's using?
The unit or me and Fox?
You and Fox.
That's normal. That's nothing new. We've been doing it for a little while, so I'm not surprised there. But the unit's been playing pretty great, and we got to continue.
I got to ask you about JaVale McGee. He came in there, got those 8 points, about 4 rebounds and 3 blocks, pretty much got you guys started.
Yeah, definitely. He just got the crown, too, defensive player of the game. So, yeah, man, he stepped up big for us. He had a couple big shots on the offensive end, too. But he was just a presence in there, making them change their shots when they get in there. So, big ups to JaVale.
Well, there was a lot made last season, even this season, about De'Aaron Fox and his fourth quarter impact, but it seems like you are really comfortable taking those big shots and stepping up in those big moments too in the fourth quarter. Can you talk about the dynamic of the two of you and how you can step up with the game on the line?
Yeah, for sure, man. They can't stop both of us. That's all it is, man. They can't stop both of us when we out there. So it's just pick your poison. Sometimes I'm on, sometimes he on. Well, most of the times he on. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Malik, it seemed like you guys got your lead really when Jokic went to the bench during that first half. Just how big was it coming into tonight to really win those minutes?
Yeah, for sure, man. Like you said, Jokic is always going to do what he do. All-star, MVP. They won the championship last year too, man. So it's hard to stop him. But we just limited the other guys, especially when he went out, like you said, and that was the key.
Malik, how important is it to win down the stretch? They cut it to 5, they cut it to 3, and then still you guys are still punching back and able to actually close it out.
Yeah, man. It's just getting ready, prep for the playoffs, because those games is super long. Every possession matter. We might go down 5, we might be up 5, and you never know what's gonna happen. So it's always great to get a win like this. It's great on film that we can go watch and see what we did good and see what we did bad. So yeah, it's always good to get a win.
Malik, what did you guys do defensively to defend the 3 tonight? Because you held them to just 6 of 25. That seems to be one of those turning points.
Yeah, for sure, definitely was. But that was on a back-to-back too. So it wasn't all of us, but we'll take the credit though. They're a great team, man. We just tried to shrink the floor as much as possible and not give a butter break threes, and just live with the corner threes if we late contest, and I think it worked out for us today.
Well, speaking of the back-to-back, is there something that I guess you can learn from watching or just that Mike talks about with a team like Denver who is able to still hang around despite it being the second night of a back-to-back and rally?
Ask that again?
Just is like there a lesson, I guess, to be taken from that, or do you notice like how they're able to do that and how you can get there?
Just being a veteran team, man. They won the championship too. That's just them being comfortable with each other and knowing each other too. So it's just something we can learn on, like you said, for sure.
Anything else? Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Malik.
It's dope, man. Just being able to do it on the highest level, playing against each other, from middle school, high school, and playing on the same team in college, and then being able to come back together in the NBA and actually have success. It's fun. It's definitely fun. Just being able to be around each other every day, whether it's at home or on the road. You enjoy it. You really do enjoy it.
De'Aaron, it seemed like your guys' lead initially really came from the non-Jokic minutes, and you guys did a good job of slowing down the other guys. What was the key to that, you feel like?
Yeah, I mean, Jokic is a back-to-back MVP for a reason. Won a championship, finals MVP for a reason. You're never gonna just stop him with one guy, or a lot of times even with the whole team, you probably won't stop him. So, most people want to try to make him a scorer, but he still finds ways to get guys involved. He passes guys open, and you just want to make sure the other guys don't really get it going, because when they do, then it's pretty much pick your poison with that team. So you just want to try to limit most of his playmaking, because he's so big. He scores on all 3 levels. You're not going to block his shot, so there's not many things that you can do. When he's really going into attack mode, trying to score. So you just try to limit everybody else.
Yeah, you and Keegan have like the dunk, the best of the year dunk, you know, thing you guys are going for with each other. Is Malik challenging you for that clutch player of the year?
Well, I would have windmilled today, but my ankle is limiting me a little bit, but I would be up there. But I mean, Malik's made play after play for us down the stretch this season, and that would be dope if we could win, if we could do that back to back. And I don't know how many players, you know, off the bench is really being able to close out, you know, with the starting unit for them. So what he does for us, while also being efficient, I mean, he's almost like a 6-star.
De'Aaron, you had that big steal, and then you walked into a three-pointer in transition. Just how much are you growing and feeling more and more confident with the three-point shot this season?
Oh, man, I can just continue to put in the work, regardless if I'm shooting the ball well or if I'm not. I put the work in, and I trust the work that I put in. So they probably would have yelled at me if I didn't take that shot. But I mean, obviously, seeing the ball going gives you, you know, that boost of confidence. But I take the shots that I'm giving. Like, obviously, like I said before, there are times where I do have to take tough shots. But you know, walk in, warm up threes like that, I have to be able to take and make those. And just being able to see the ball go through the net, obviously, you know, boosts anybody's confidence.
De'Aaron, the Monsters, he had a double-double tonight. You know, there's sometimes, you know, when, you know, y'all see him, it look like he's struggling, that y'all have to, you know, talk to him and, you know, gather and check in on him and, you know, see how he's doing when he's struggling, you know, give him a little bit of a push.
Yeah, I mean, there are times, obviously, you know, when you're as good as him and you've done what he's done in the league, and, you know, been a 3-time All-Star, All-NBA, you're extremely hard on yourself. You're probably your biggest critic. And there are times where he gets on himself, I probably think a little bit too much, and obviously you have to lift guys. We're all human. There are times where you go through struggles, but yeah, I mean, we're a team for a reason. Obviously, we wouldn't have been All-Stars or All-NBA without the guys that are around us. So when he's kind of going through that, you know, we're there to uplift him. You know, he's done what he's done for a reason, because he's talented and because he puts the work in. And there are times that you struggle, but there are times where he's probably a little bit too hard on himself, but that's what teammates are for.
Fox, your career high in assists tonight. Is that something with scores all around you that when you look for an opportunity to do that? I mean, is it just kind of easier to do than normal, maybe in previous years?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, for me, I feel like a lot of guys are taught if they don't stop you, you go score. That's my mentality a lot of times. There are times where, you know, we have set plays knowing that a shooter's coming off of some type of screen, but if I'm attacking, I see 2, 3, 4 guys, I just try to make the right play. And it wasn't like a conscious effort or anything to do that, but shots went in, guys got open shots went in, and, you know, I get an accolade.
And just how hard is it to do when you're such a primary scoring option on a team, and also can obviously dish it as well?
Like I said, if I feel like the person in front of me is not stopping me, or if the help isn't there, I'm gonna go score. And this is a team that floods over. You know, they have a lot of nail help. Every time I get in the paint, there's probably 3 or 4 guys. And like I said, I just try to make the right play. Try to hit the open guy, and you know, we have shooters all over the court. And regardless of that, when I get 2 feet in the paint, there's probably 6 to 8 eyes on me, and I just try to make the right play.
Obviously, the 16 assists has to feel pretty nice, but how good did it feel to be able to do it with just one turnover?
I mean, it was great. I mean, if I would have threw that ball harder, it probably wouldn't have been a turnover. But I don't know how many games I have this year. Y'all probably know this stat. How many games I have this year with either 1 or no turnovers? I mean, it's a few. So I mean, I'm just trying to make a conscious effort to take care of the ball, not, you know, make big risk passes. Because obviously I have the ball in my hands a lot, and I don't want to be one of those guys who's, you know, a high turnover, high usage guy. So as long as I can take care of the ball and we can get, you know, a shot just about every time down, then I feel like it's a successful possession.
Fox, going back to Malik, he seems pretty capable of being able to start anywhere, but Mike seems really content with him coming off the bench. I know you're not the coach, but what do you see the impact that he has with that second unit, and how perfect do you think is that fit for him?
I mean, whenever you have a guy who's as talented as that and who can start for other teams and they accept their role and come off the bench, it makes you that much better as a team. He comes in, he provides a spark for us, rather if it's putting the ball in the basket or playmaking. Like he provides that spark. He might have a big dunk. There are a lot of things that he does on the court for us that are positives. And since he's accepted that role, I feel like he's flourishing. I mean, he's one of the six man of the year candidates last year. I think he should be up there again this year. And like I said, he's like that sixth starter. And when he's having a good game for us, that just adds to the dynamic of our offense.
Tonight's your fourth, for what it's worth, 1-0 turnovers. How many games have played? 12? It's 13, I think. Not bad.
30, 31%, something like that.
So,
29, something like that.
Progress.
Yeah, around there.
Malik shared the JaVale won the defensive player of the game crown. What spark do you feel like he provided for you guys tonight?
He was big for us as a rim protector. One, having to guard Jokic, and then the way that Reggie Jackson's playing right now. We ask a lot of our bigs defensively, and that's what he's done his entire career. Being able to protect the basket, being able to just be able to alter shots. Someone sees JaVale down there, they might not go up for the layup that they would have normally gone up for. So he was big for us tonight, and then just being able to catch down low and being able to finish. I think he definitely deserved it.
Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate it.
5 games with
that this is his second year, and that things are going to happen over the course of time.
Hey Mike, just with the career high for Fox 9, it says with him as a primary scoring option, even with so many shooters around him, and the way you guys utilize Domas on the DHOs, is that pretty impressive? I mean, just to see him maybe recognize the opportunity when they're there to be able to set up a teammate and kind of do that balance between scoring and dishing.
100%. Late in the game, they went on a run. I taken Malik out for try to give him a couple minutes of rest, and they went on a run, and it was maybe a 3-point ball game or something like that. And I called a play for Malik when he got back in the game, and he scored a little floater. He hit the bank floater, and we went down on defense, and I think they shot free throws. So I called the same play, and unbeknownst to me until I saw the play unfold at the other end, Fox had called me off, and he called his number with a play that he's pretty comfortable in, and that basically the same play we ran play after play after play at Minnesota. He called that play, and we ended up scoring. And so for me, I told him after the game, I said, I've been here a little over a year, and the best offensive play call I made in my entire career as a Sacramento Kings head coach was tonight. He kind of looked at me, and I said, do you even know which play it was? He said, no. I said, well, I called this particular play, and you called me off, and you ran the play that you wanted to run. You called your number. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what MVP candidates do against the reigning NBA champions. And so for him to do that speaks volumes, and it bodes well to his 16 assists. He has to step up in games like this in order for us to win. Sometimes it can work in the flow offensively, everybody touching it, pace, spacing, and all that. Sometimes you need your guy to go get it. He did tonight.
Mike, you mentioned the win over the Timberwolves. Twice in 8 days now, you guys have taken down one of the top teams in the West, and to have an answer every time tonight that Denver came back at you, how much does that just help to reinforce the confidence, the mission, and the message?
A lot, because in life, no matter what you do, if you don't believe, you're in trouble. And the more situations that you can be in where there's some adversity, there's a tough opponent in front of you, and the more times you're in those types of situations and you can overcome it, get a win, walk away feeling pretty good about yourself, it only adds to the belief that you already have. And at the end of the day, we're still learning, we're still growing, we're still kind of trying to find our way. As you can see by my rotations and stuff like that, So for us to get a win against a team like this was really, really good, and it should help our confidence and belief that we're pretty freaking good.
Coach, how impactful has JaVale McGee been as a veteran leader for this team?
He's been really impactful. He's been in a lot of situations. Obviously, he's been part of championship teams. And I told him when we recruited him, I said, hey, Dale, you're not just coming here to be a vertical threat offensively and be a guy that can defend that rim in the paint. I said, you have to use your voice. You've been in a lot of different situations, a lot of winning situations, and you know what's right, what's not right. And so I need you to speak up. You're not going to quote unquote be a captain or part of our leadership committee, but as a veteran guy that has been there and done that, people will listen to you. And so he has, and it's much needed with our group.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
It feels great, the ball was hopping, guys were making right reads, we knew we had to come out and take advantage of their back-to-back, and really get into their legs.
And obviously the bounce back from the previous game, you had them on the back-to-back this time.
Yeah.
Just did you feel like you had to jump out on them early?
Yeah. We felt, they were, I don't know if they were tired, but they looked a bit tired sometimes bringing up the ball and stuff, so we knew we just had to keep pushing the pace.
How difficult is it to go up against Jokic? He just seems like he's just so big.
I mean, to be honest, it's a lot of fun, going against one of the greats, and he's tough. You're there, and he just has this magical touch. He's gonna make it from a lot of tough positions. He's seen a lot of things thrown at him. And he's ready, and his teammates do a great job of moving for him.
Defensively, when he gets the ball up so high, do you want him to be able to do that turnaround, that fall away kind of shot? Is that considered good defense?
Yeah, on our scout, that's a win for us, and we're living with those, but he's starting to make those very consistently. So, at one point, I don't know.
What do you think about JaVale McGee tonight? You got for that little spurt that he was in there.
He was big, we were down like 10 points in that point, and we made the run, in that second quarter, he got extended minutes, and he took advantage, and he was big for us.
Was he kind of surprised to get the crown tonight?
I don't think so. He played great on defense. It was because of him we made that lead, and then we kind of kept it the whole game.
How big was it limiting the other guys outside of Jokic, and what do you feel like was the key to doing that?
It was big. It was it was like not overreacting on Jokic. He's going to score his 30. He's averaging 30-point triple-double. So let him do his, and then kind of eliminate the other guys. If he's getting his 30 and someone gets hot, then it's tough.
How validating is it to have 2 wins over 2 top teams in the West, Denver, Minnesota?
It's great. We're going to keep doing our job, but it's great knowing that if later in the year we face these people in important matches, we know that we beat them, so that's good mentally.
You got that 16 from assists from Fox tonight. When he's a primary scoring option and can still lead you guys in assists like that, how impressive is that?
Oh, that's big. That's big. Then the teams really don't know what to do. And it just makes it very hard.
When you watch Jokic play, does he remind you at all of watching footage of your dad?
They're just different. They're very different in some ways, yes, but in other ways, they're just different eras, different everything, but very similar, in terms of a big man that can shoot and pass. I
don't know that we'll get a chance to talk to you before Monday's game, but just how much are you looking forward to this matchup with the Pelicans?
Very excited. It's going to be a fun one. It means if you win, it's a knockout game. Against the Warriors, that kind of was a knockout game too. So these games, there's obviously some more competitive fire to it.
Are you kind of used to the atmosphere in this building, or does it still get you a little bit?
Oh, I love it. We expect it to be like this all year long. It was like this all year long last year.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.